channel and the HitboTC brand is intended for late teens and adults. Anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching my content. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's HitboTC here with the first episode of a series that I'm really excited about, which is going to be focused on creator crews, or the creator crew kind of mentality. Like, I want to help others create, produce, and stream their content. And you know, one of the things I love about this kind of area is we can help other creators expand and grow their channels for people who have had starting from nowhere, and you know, even to the larger channels out there. I want to do my best to just share the behind the scenes stuff. And there's no better content creator that I could think of to start this thing with than PhuzzyBond. So if you don't know, you know, I'll share this when we jump into the interview with him. So we're going to take questions at the end. So save your questions for the end. This is a new thing that we're doing, so I'm just kind of figuring it out as we go. But we're going to try to keep it to 30 minutes. Just talk a little bit about how to get started in this world of content creation, of streaming, just some like our best tips, I guess you could say, between me and Fuzzy. And then at the very end, we'll just take some questions before we call it and before we wrap it up. So with that being said, let's jump over to Fuzzy. Fuzzy, how's it going, man?
Hey, man. How's it going?
It's going good. So what I was saying earlier was, if you don't know, PhuzzyBond is an amazing creator. You can find him on YouTube and Twitch. He streams exclusively right now on Twitch, right? So he streams over on Twitch.
Yes,
and you can watch him make amazing guide videos and gameplay videos on YouTube is where you can find him there. But back when my channel was, I want to say, was it 300 subs, dude? It was small.
Yeah, within around that much, yeah.
Yeah, it was around 300 subs. I posted a couple videos on Reddit, and PhuzzyBond reached out to me, and in a way, he kind of took me under his wing and gave me some, because I didn't know what I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. But he gave me some good tips, and because of those tips, just kind of behind the scenes stuff, it really helped me like launch the channel. So anyways, a little bit about Fuzzy. If you haven't subbed yet, get over there and subscribe, you lazy people. Help us defeat the Overlord Kappa. Give us the influence that we need. Subscribe.
Yeah. The mighty beast.
So Fuzzy, let's just start this up. What kind of got you into this world of content creation? Like, why did you start?
It's kind of a funny story. I mean, by profession, I'm an audio engineer, so I work in this field for a living. You know, I used to. Then I moved to some game development, but it was the hungering one. That's what started everything, because I happened to be live the second it started. The server, you know, like back in May, I think, or even
The hungering
before
one.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
the good old days
and
of Sea of
yeah,
Thieves.
if you notice, it's the first video on my channel, and I was the very like one, not the first. Within the first hour, I was one of these groups that happened to fight him and kill him. And then I searched on YouTube. I didn't find any footage of him, of like the beast, you know, the Meg. And so I was like, oh, it's a good idea. I'll upload it. You know what I mean? Having no subscribe, I didn't even have an official channel. I just like, you know, whatever my platform to upload my memories on.
Yeah.
So I uploaded that video, and it got like 150 views overnight. And for someone that has
Zero,
no
right?
subscribers,
Yeah.
except like your brother and your cousin, you know, like 4 subscribers.
hey, we all started. I got my whole family to subscribe. I got I got everyone to subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, so it was me and Jackie, and we did that. I was like, wow, man, that YouTube thing is very easy. If I got 150 subscribers overnight, I'm gonna do more of this. Of course, that wasn't reality at all. It was just I was at the right time, right place, because, you know, I've had videos later that didn't accumulate 20 views, you know,
Yeah.
when you're younger. So I was just at the right place. So I was like, that's what kind of the flow brought me to YouTube.
Yeah, I would say if I would say for me and my story, it's around the very same type of idea. So the first video we did was, in fact, the hungering one as well. And
Yeah,
but that wasn't the start. Like I didn't get nothing from that. Like if back then, I think I got up to 20 to 30 videos on the channel before
yeah,
before I got any traction. And in fact, the one video that gave me traction was, I think it's called Salty Pirate Legends, because me and
yep,
Sharpie were sailing on the seas, and we boarded a ship of two pirate legends. And that was back in the day, when the sword was really good, and I was stupid good with the sword, because now it's changed. It changes all the time.
yeah.
It's
We
just
forgot
constantly
muscle memory
changing,
now.
just
Muscle memory
constantly
is it.
changing. Uh, but I wrecked them like multiple times over and over and over and over and over again. I think we just finished a fort, back in the day when forts actually meant something. And
Yeah,
and he messaged me a bunch of stuff in Xbox messages, and I saved it, and then I posted that with the video on Reddit, and that, I think, is what kind of started it
what
for me.
about
The
yeah,
growth,
salt
yeah.
was new. Like these encounters were kind of fresh in the seas. So anything salt related had
Yeah.
like a big hype on it.
Yeah.
Still until this day, but there's a
Less
more
hype,
content out
so
there.
unless it's like super, super, super
Yeah,
salty, because
like
then
filthy. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
so that was fun. So that's a cool start, man. So what would you say since then till now has been the biggest, like, if you could pass on one tip to somebody, like one thing, hey, this is what got me here today, and this is what's going to get me to the future of my channel. What would you say that would be?
Ah, there are so many factors, but to pick one, it's kind of you can say mostly it's connect. You know what I mean?
Like network?
Connecting,
Okay.
networking. Yeah, but not networking like some people come to Discord, slap a video, and leave. It's not like that.
Wait, wait, wait,
I
wait.
mean,
You shouldn't do that? Is that what you're saying? If you're a new creator, you shouldn't just jump onto a Discord and just like, hey, say, come check me
yeah.
out. It's not a thing.
Well, that's the thing. Here's my story. One of the things why that pushed my channel is uh, the one and only Captain Jesse Tattoo.
SC
If
Tattoo,
he's
which
listening,
by
shout
the
out to him.
way, yeah, shout out. He just did another video on Atlantis, I believe, which is super cool. You should check it
Yes,
out. He's been, I think, in an interim of like taking a break, maybe, but he's getting back into creating some videos for Sea of
yeah,
Thieves. So definitely check that out, you guys. Jesse Tattoo, super cool, dude. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah. So basically, he really. I wasn't a part of the community at all. I just had that video on YouTube, the hungering one, and a few small videos of encounters. Like fights and battles. But I used to upload for fun. It was nothing serious. And then I saw a video uploaded. I was a subscriber to him. He had, I think, 6,000 subscribers at the time, and he uploaded a video speculating how you're gonna hang rowboats on your ship,
Mm.
and he was spot on. He said exactly how it's gonna be, right in the back, and makes sense. And that video kind of made his Discord explode and his channel explode. And that was the time when I went to his Discord, and I was recently a Pirate Legend at the time. Like a week before that, I had hit Pirate Legend, so I made a video called Journey to Legend. Um,
Which is a
that
great
kind of like was.
video.
Thank you. Yeah. So um, I became Pirate Legend in August, I think. So, anyways, around that time. And when I joined his Discord, I was kind of new, like not many Pirate Legends. So everyone was asking me for like, can you drop me in Athena? Can you show me the hideout? Can you stuff like this? And I
Yeah.
was always trying to help him out, you know. Then like 5 days later, Jesse said, "Can you drop me in Athena?" I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I'm gonna be with Jesse on
I'm
Athena."
in.
You know, yeah, yes. I reached the top. Then we joined. He looked at my character. He's like, "Man, that's really." I remember that he put a lantern like that right to my face. He's like, "Man, that's a funky looking character." And I was so hyped, man. I was with Jesse like on the same ship. I just like dropped in and left. So I was doing Athena giveaways. And long story short, he was like, "You're a nice guy. You help a lot of people, and I see potential in your content. So I'm gonna keep an eye on you. Welcome to the tattoo crew. And he made me join his tattoo crew, which is the highest rank
In the
on his
Discord.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he connected my channel to the bot to kind of like auto post on his channel, my YouTube channel to his Discord,
Yeah.
and yeah. So basically, from connecting, what I'm saying, long story short, is that because you help people and you kind of tend to like you from the actions that you do, they end up watching your videos, and that's what makes them subscribe. That what makes them follow you and help you out. You know,
Like genuine helping,
because
like
yeah,
not like trying to get something out of it, but just kind of being a
yeah, it
good
comes natural.
person. It's almost
Be a
like you
good
could
part of the
say being a
community.
good
Yeah.
person gets people to like you because you're just a good person. That's crazy. What a crazy concept. Learning new things here
Yeah,
with PhuzzyBond.
yeah, true, exactly. Yeah, so basically, you just when you show that you're helpful to the community, they tend to want to help you back. You know, I've seen amazing videos out there, something that I cannot do in 100 years, but just because the person is dry, he wants to just like spam his content on Discords, no one cares. You
Yeah.
know, you see a link by someone, you won't click on it. You don't want even click on it, so you won't even reach a level to know what his content is like.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
Connecting. So that's Fuzzy Bond's big tip is networking, but it's like genuine trying to help other people, and you never
yeah,
know who's gonna help you out along that way, which
exactly,
is
yeah,
super cool. What
yeah,
a great idea. Yeah, I would say if I was asked that question, I think my big tip would be consistency, uh, and that's after you've kind of established who you are. So like you need to, as a creator, and Fuzzy, I'd love to get your input on this, but as a creator, you have to know who you are and not try to be someone else. Like you have to just be you and embrace that. Because if you try to copy
100.
somebody else, like you're never going to come off as genuine. And in my opinion, like you have to be genuine. If you're an ass, be that on stream. People will love you for it if it's genuine.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
you're like a nice guy,
yeah,
be that. People just want genuine authenticity. And then let's
exactly.
see. The second part with is consistency. So it's like just consistently going after content creation, consistently pushing yourself. Like I said, like I was 30 videos in, 20 to 30 before like I had any traction, before I had more than 100 subscribers. Like it it took a while, and I could have
Yeah,
quit. Like if I would have quit back then, obviously we wouldn't be where we are
none of
today.
this would happen. Yeah.
Um,
The
but
first 100 is so hard.
yeah, what is it? It's 100, 1,000 is 2,500, 5,000, 10,000. Like those are some of the big key markers early on. And
Yeah,
you just hit, was it 8,000?
I just hit 8. I'm about to hit 9. Actually, I'm
Look at this
200 away
guy.
from 9.
He's gonna like whiz past me right
It's
now. It's
going well.
awesome.
It's going well. No, it's just when DLCs are like hyped, because Fort of the Damned, then Seabound Soul, these were like hyped to DL. Fort of the Damned introduced a new fort.
Yeah,
So the most thing that brings subscribers is the guides, you know what I mean? DLC guides, not guides, like a new update guide.
yeah,
So Fort of the Damned, then Seabound Soul that introduced fire. These two in a row kind of like made a snowball effect.
yeah, yep. Very cool. Very cool. So what
Yeah.
would you say on the branding side of things, like just being who you are? Because we're a little bit different, Fuzzy. Like I'm maybe a little not louder. That's not the right word. Because you're pretty. I've seen you get pretty crazy on stream. So if you want to watch a good streamer, watch
Yeah,
Fuzzy Bond.
yeah.
It's good entertainment. But I back when we first like started to sail a little bit with each other, I would consider you like one of the nicer pirates on the seas. And then we had this video, what we
Yes.
called it, I think, the perfect betrayal. And then I convinced you to join me. I was solo slooping.
A broken alliance.
Broken
Yeah,
Alliance,
broken
that's it.
alliance.
Great video.
Yeah.
We stole an Athena, but basically I was harassing a sloop that was doing, not harassing, but just trying to steal an Athena.
Yeah. Keeping
And
an eye. Yeah.
they basically I got Fuzzy to join my ship, and then we pretended that Fuzzy was a solo slooper on this generic looking ship, joined
Yeah.
alliance with the sloop that was doing the Athena, and then I waited in ambush in the tavern. It was a great video. You should watch it. Broken Alliance.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, that was crazy. Actually, it's strange. As much as I sail the seas, I probably stole like 3 Athenas total only. I don't tend to watch people that have Athenas if I cross by one. The very first Athena I stole was that one with you, and the rest were all Fort of the Damned Athenas.
Yeah,
I never actually went and like, as much as I sail, to kind of like uh, cut someone's path and like steal their Athena or wait for them in the tavern. It's just different play styles. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like if I attack someone and they happen to pass with that type of loot, I'll be happy to help them sell it. I'll take it from
for
here.
sure.
Don't worry about going to outpost. I'll sell it for you.
Yeah, I would say something too. So like we've been talking a lot about Sea of Thieves, but I know between me and Fuzzy, we like we're close as content creators. I would consider Fuzzy
Yeah.
one of the closest content creators with me in the HitboTC
Yeah,
channel.
same man.
And
Yes.
we've already kind of had conversations of 2020. So I know that in 2020, both of us are looking to expand beyond just one game. Now, that's not to say that Sea of Thieves is probably going to be like, I know that they've said it's a 10-year game, which is amazing. And I know I'm going to
Yeah.
play Sea of Thieves until it's dead and buried and gone many, 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 many years from now. But hopefully it never happens, but it might. Um,
Yeah,
but
games,
it's just
come and
it's what
go.
it is. Yeah. So one thing I know looking ahead at 2020, Sea of Thieves, and I can't speak for you, Fuzzy, but I'm pretty sure is going to be a featured game always on our channels. But we're looking at other
Yes.
games out there like Red Dead Redemption, Halo is going to be a potentially one. I know Minecraft Dungeons looks pretty
Yeah.
fun. Like there's just you were playing
Yeah.
Astroneer, right? Like that's been one of the games that you've been playing.
Oh yeah, that's gonna go up the list on my channel. I'm just waiting to like, finish the year and see what's happening with Copa and all the nightmares on YouTube. Then, start the year silently, watch from a distance, see how channels are behaving.
Yeah,
Then I'll approach.
yeah, I got you. So yeah, 2020 is going to be good. I know I got some goals for the channel. I know Fuzzy has some goals for his channel, but that's kind of what started this series of videos that I want to do. Is like my goal genuinely is to try to help others create, produce and stream their content. I've been doing tutorials out there. I'm going to do more of those in 2020. But I love these types of things. I love to pick people's brains. I love to ask questions. So like, I'm super just
Yeah.
excited that Fuzzy, you're able to jump on for this first one. Is there anything else that you're kind of thinking? Like we have about, I would say another 5 minutes before we jump into some Q&A.
So, well, maybe we'll share the story of how you joined the club. Maybe when back in Jesse days, because that's kind of like how we all started. When I remember when your channel started blowing up. I mean, I started growing my channel a bit before you, but then all of a sudden, Luke, one of my crew members, came to me. He's like, "Holy hell, man! Did you see this guy Hibbo? Did you see his video about salt? It's something about salt. Just go watch it now." I watched the video. I was like, I've heard the name. It's like the beginning of your channel got so much hype that every member in the Sea of Thieves was talking about how the cursed captain is destroying everything he looks at. You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I've got to get this guy. And you were like, I don't know, maybe 200, 300 subscribers.
I
Then
was
all of a sudden,
small,
like,
yeah. I was tiny
you
then.
were like 1,000, like, few days later. Then, like, you just passed that. Anyways, so I remember I sent you a comment on one of your videos. Hey, man, Captain Jesse Tattoo, I'm on his Discord. He would like to see you. He would like to meet you. Remember? Then you replied, and like the same day you joined, and like everyone was fanboying you on the Discord. Oh my god, hey boys. And then I think a week later, we were me and you and Jesse on his Tavern Talk show
Yep,
or
yep.
something like that.
There's an
Yeah,
episode
that was the
out of
beginning of everything.
yeah.
Memories I'll never forget, man.
Those are good times, man. It really was, and it's kind of
Yeah.
like it's kind of the thing too is like there's Goose DG Gaming out there. He's another content creator. I think if he hasn't hit 1,000, he's
Yes.
super close to hitting 1,000. Like only a couple
Yeah.
subs
Like
away. like
Yeah,
20, right? Like
do it.
some crazy like that. Go
Yes,
sub Goose DG, but like that's a part of it too. Is like I've had so many creators take me under the ring. Like Falcor has been like one of the most amazing. Like his
of course,
channel's huge
of
compared
course.
to mine. Like when he I think sailed with me, I was around 2 or 3,000, and his was like up there at 50. It's just insane. It's like this amazing creator. But like he's one of the
Hmm.
most down to earth dudes I've ever just had the conversation with, and he does what I want to do, which is help other creators. Like he helped me, you helped me,
Yes.
Fuzzy, and in the same way, it's like we want to do that for others. So like a lot of people don't know this, but Goose made a video about this. But I didn't do this to get a video out of it. But Goose messaged me on Discord, just asking questions like to critique one of his videos. Basically like, hey, what do you
Yeah.
think of this? Do you have any advice that we can change on this video, make it a little bit better or whatever? And I took the time to watch it, to really give him feedback, because I feel like people have done that with me. Like they've taken the time, they've invested in me, and I just want that to come out. Like uh both of our we both have Discord communities. So Fuzzy has one, I have one, and I would say it's pretty much the same thing in this way, that the community is more than just about us. Like it's not about us. Like my community, yeah, it's called HitboTC's community, but that's just the brand for it. But if you join it,
It's
it
because you're managing it. Yeah.
it's a community. It's just a community of fellow gamers that love games, want to play with games. Like I have vision statements written out there to create memories, build friendships, and make a positive difference. And I know for you, Fuzzy, in your community, like it's the same thing.
Yes.
It's a way. It's not just networking. It's like it's the first online community I've ever really cared about, which is weird to say out loud because I never thought I'd be saying that, but here I am.
Yeah, yeah. You feel like it's like, like your family. You have to make sure everyone is. You can't always please everyone, but try your best to make it friendly and peaceful.
Yeah, man. And like one thing I've noticed is there are content creators out there that are very focused on themselves. Like it's all about me, 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 me,
Yeah.
me, not what I can
Oh,
do
that
for
doesn't work.
others. And I would say that's something that I love about Fuzzy, something I love about Falcor, something I love about Goose DG Gaming. Like there's so many creators out there that do this, but it's like they do their best to help other people along the way. And I've always
Yes.
strived to do that very same thing.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll add one quick thing before we go to Q&A, is that speaking of Falcor, around the time when I joined Jesse's Discord and I did my Journey to Legend video, I posted on Reddit and I uploaded on my YouTube. It barely got any views because I didn't have many subs. And then I realized that I got like 2,000 or 3,000 upvotes on Reddit. I was
Yeah.
like, I never got a 50 upvote on Reddit. Like, holy hell. So uh, and then I think his name is Sonic Bob. He's one of the rare devs. That was the
Yep.
very first contact with them. Replied, he's like, "This is amazing. I'm gonna show it to the staff." So what I did is that I'm gonna go to this big Sea of Thieves YouTuber, Falcor. He had, I think, 24,000 subs or something at the time. I sent him a message on Facebook. I was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry to bother you. You probably get a lot of messages. Uh, I have a video that went viral on Reddit, and the devs saw it and they loved it. It was 5 months in the making. So please, if you can give me a shout out on it, if you like it, watch it first. If you like it, give me a shout out, and I'll pay you if you want." I swear that's what I told him. I didn't get a reply for 2 days, and then all of a sudden, he tweets about it on Twitter.
Yeah.
He didn't like like that. That's the kindness. He could have told me like $50, $100. I don't know how
Yeah.
much. I would have paid him. Because
Yeah.
I believe that this video is good. He didn't reply. All of a sudden, I see a shout out on Twitter 2 days later.
Yeah.
Um, he said it's unfair how some crappy big channels overshadow small and brand new YouTubers. Please check this video out by an awesome sailor or something,
Yeah.
and he linked my video. And I
Cool.
had 34 subs at the time, and it jumped to like 80 overnight.
Yeah.
Of course, that's more than 200% overnight. 80 is not much, but from 34 to 80 is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
And that
great.
was kind of like a big step.
That's so cool. I mean, it just goes on to say exactly what we've been saying. Like that's what Falcor does. That's what FuzzyBond does. That's what I try to do. And that's what it's about. And it might be something unique with the Sea of Thieves community too. Like there's just something
Yeah.
unique about the Sea of Thieves content creators, like bearded guys gaming out there on Twitch. Those guys are some awesome people. I've streamed with them before. Like it's just the community is really tight knit, but we're very welcoming to new people. To Crow's Nest is another great one. If you guys don't know Crow's Nest, check him out. He even has a fortress after him. He's got his little logo there, which is super cool.
The Crow's Nest.
Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I would summarize our whole thing on that with, you just do your best to help others, and if you do good things for people, good things come back to you. It's kind of like that old principle of karma, or you reap what you sow. Like if you're a good person, other people tend to receive that well and want to return the favor in some way. So
Yep.
all right, let's jump into some Q&A here. Let's do this. I should create a little slide next time. Just bam, Q&A. Let's do this. So, but all right, Jonathan Schmidt says, "Hi, HitboTC and community. Love the content and as always, but had a random question. Have you ever played Bloodborne?" Fuzzy, I'm going to throw that one at you. Have you played Bloodborne? I don't even know what that is.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it.
Yeah, Lego Master says Pace22, even though he has Twitch. Pace is a great creator too. He's more on the like PvP competitive side, but I mean, he does a great job with that. And it's like what I was saying earlier about, you got to know who you are as a creator. And Pace is definitely like an 18 plus streamer, but it's entertaining. I watch it from time to time. I like to see people die. I mean, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. There are the guys that will be inquiring thoughts and ideas, and I rebrand myself looking at casual streaming. So let's kind of break that down. So Star Fox says, basically, I know Star Fox, he's a vanguard on my community, but he's been recently trying to figure out how to rebrand himself, because obviously Star Fox is not, you can't take the brand Star Fox because it's Star Fox. So let's ask that question. What tips would you give, Fuzzy, to someone who wants to rebrand themselves and kind of establish a brand for them? Like, how did you come up with FuzzyBond? Or how would someone come up with that type of process? Like, what would you say to them?
Well, the thing is, the name, for example, your name has to do with your initials and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And to me, my name came from a funk band I used to be in. Without getting like deep into the story, it's just like the idea of having the name related to something that what you are in real life keeps you what you are in your content. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna go like, for example, I like Metroid, right? But if I name a channel Metroid Master, 84, because that's kind of like very generic and it doesn't work for a channel. You know what I mean?
Someone's going to make a channel name now, Metroid Master 84. It's going to happen. It probably already exists,
you know what
to be
I mean?
honest.
Yeah, it's the same example like Star Fox. We know who Star Fox is, but to kind of like take something from your real life, combine words together, like how I did, or what's his name, Asmongold, the World of Warcraft guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His story is because he fell off a treehouse and he broke, and they put a golden tooth, and it kind of like connected together. That makes you the channel, like you and the channel become one. You don't think of it as a product, you think of it as your baby that you want to. Exactly. Yeah,
that's good.
Third arm or something.
Yeah, I know for me, so like I come from a branding background in my like career, in my day job that actually supports me, because this doesn't. Same for Fuzzy, it doesn't. We appreciate the support for sure, because there's a lot of people out there that definitely donate and give towards us, which is amazing. We're super thankful for that, but we would both love to do this full time, but we got families we got to take care of. We got responsibilities. What was I gonna say? So my background is a bit on branding. So like I knew originally my gamer tag was Hito Kyrie 76. I had that for many years. Back when I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original one, Call of Duty 4. because if you look it up, comes from an anime. I think I forget the name of it, but Kenshin. Anyways, Batosai means the
Yeah.
manslayer. I think I've lived up to my name, Hitokari. So I took Hit. Lobo always had his name Lobo, so I took Hitbo from Lobo because we're brothers, and then just added my initials
Yeah.
to the end. But one of the important things, I'm going to drop a link here in the chat. Is there's this website called namecheck.com, or it's like namechk.com. It's one of the fastest ways you can see if someone already has that name on multiple platforms, because that's another part of it too. Is like, if you find a unique name, you want to lock that crap down. Like, you want to just, like, once you find a name, you want to buy the .com, you want to get the gamer tags, you want to get everything. You want to get the Instagram, the Facebook, like
Yeah.
everything, so that when someone searches your name and maybe they don't remember what platform you were on, you want it to, like, go directly to you. And that kind of goes back to what Fuzzy was saying, is like, you want it to be unique to you, so that when you search the name, like if you search PhuzzyBond on YouTube, or not even on YouTube, just Google it, it'll pull up everything PhuzzyBond. And that's
Yeah,
important.
you won't get some like diaper commercials. Exactly. You get
Yeah.
something like related to
Yeah.
only you. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Goose DG, hey HitboTC, hey PhuzzyBond. First, I want to say thank you. Both yourselves have helped me behind the scenes in an unbelievable amount. Massive respect. My question: what advice would you give the creators who are getting burnout mentally, to help them get motivated? How would you help creators get motivated who are feeling burnt out?
Mhm. Well, I did get burnt out many times. Like, no lies there, nothing to cover. Whoever says it doesn't get burnt out won't be like
Content
really
creation is
covering.
easy. What are you talking about, Fuzzy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like with breakfast on the side, I create videos, right? Yeah. So, see, sometimes, Goose. Okay, Goose, you're awesome, and I'll give this my advice. If you notice on my channel, sometimes I upload 3 videos a week. Sometimes I upload 1 video a week. The reason is, a YouTube channel is like breathing. If you keep up 3 or 2 videos a week, first of all, I noticed that viewers sometimes, when they get a lot of someone, they say, "I'll watch that later." Oh, I like HitboTC, he's amazing, but I'll watch that later.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as they say, "I'll watch that later," they're not gonna watch it later. You know what I mean? So when you notice that no matter what you do, the views are hitting a ceiling, you know, slow down and upload 1 epic video a week instead of 3 less epic videos a week.
Yeah.
Work, edit every day, spend 2 3 hours on the video. When you have time at night after work, something, when you're satisfied, upload it. I guarantee you it might get you views and subs more than the last 6 7 videos you've done together.
Yeah.
This way you give your channel a breather, like, for a month 1 video a week, a month more than 1 video a week, less uh professional videos, you can say.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. I would say, if you're feeling burnt out and you're getting to that point, like, I would first ask myself an internal question: what have I been doing that is burning me out? Because when I first started creating videos, like, I remember having an insane adventure and then being so jacked and excited to make that video, I would literally stay up till 3 or 4 a.m. editing that thing, render it out, schedule for the post for the next day, and post it. Like, I loved it. And then I would watch the video over and over again. If I make a video that I don't want to watch, I have, in my opinion, made a video out of, like, duty, not out of enjoyment. And I think that's a big part of it too, is like, as content
Yeah.
creators, we do feel the pressure of, like, okay, if I don't make something, people aren't going to watch it, they're not going to come around, they're not going to continue to support me. Like, there's this pressure that content creators, that you will feel. I guarantee it. I feel it from time to time, but it's an important reminder to, like, why are you creating the content? Go back to your why, and maybe that's what you need to do, is write down your personal
Exactly.
why you are doing it. Like, for me, I love playing with my family every Tuesday. It's super fun. I love playing with my community on Saturdays. And I can tell what I'm doing right now with Fuzzy. This is a ton of fun. I'm super enjoying it, and I'm going to do more of these. I'm going to try to get as many content creators out there and just start doing this on a regular basis. But there's certain times where, like, I take it like what Fuzzy was saying. It's like sometimes you just need to take a step back. Maybe you're posting too much. You're feeling that pressure, and it's reflecting in your videos a bit, where the quality isn't outstanding. Like it's good, but not
Yeah,
outstanding. Like maybe when you get to that point, just take a step back, take a breath, go for a walk. Like just you got to take care of yourself, right? Like people who consume the content, from what I've seen, most of the time, like they love it, and they love you as a creator, and they don't want to see you get burnt out. Now, if someone like was forced, like if someone was forcing you to create content, like that wouldn't be fun. Like you don't want to ever put yourself in a position where you are feeling that from the people who are watching, or the people that are taking care of the, like, subscribing and all that. Like they don't mean it like that. They don't want you to feel like if you don't make more content, we're gonna unsubscribe. Like don't worry about that. It's kind of like that focus of going back to your why,
yeah,
taking a step back, and you making sure that you're doing good first. And even reach out to other
yeah,
creators too, because I know from time to time I vent to Fuzzy of like things that are going on in the
yeah.
channel, or it's like it's good to
Yeah.
talk about this stuff with other creators, because it's like we all feel it. I mean, every single content creator feels it. I know Falcor definitely feels it. He recently moved to full-time YouTuber, and that's exciting. I'm
And a
pumped
few
for
days
him.
later, Copper comes on right after he became
Yeah, it's crazy.
full-time creators.
So like I know, like, obviously Falcor's gonna do fine. He's amazing. He streams and all that stuff, but like he's definitely feeling it now because he went full-time creator. Now his content's still outstanding. Like you watch his content, like what's
Yeah,
a recent video he did, the voiceover dub on Flameheart. That's the one of the ones that recently I started just laughing super out loud. It's so funny.
no, yeah, yeah.
But
That's one
anyways,
of the things, actually. Yeah.
uh, Luke 309, we know this guy. He says, "Who's better with a flintlock?" Fuzzy, who do you think's better with the flintlock, you or me?
Well, we never had a standoff, you know.
You know, I'm just
Luke
gonna
is in my crew.
say
He's just trolling us.
there's probably only a few amazing flintlock people out there. I'm gonna definitely say I'm one of them because I love that flintlock. I've been using flintlock since
Yeah.
freaking day one. But Fuzzy, I've seen he's a good shot too, so it'd be dangerous.
Yeah, there isn't like a better because each one plays for example, I've seen Alektar. Alektar is a good shot, but for example, he uses aiming mostly. You know, I use no scopes. As some people use, like it depends on how. On the other hand, Luke 309 is my crew member, and that's why he asked this kind of just to like troll us or something.
That's funny. I love you, Luke. Narfield Gaming says, "Yeah, I appreciate both of you guys. Huge inspiration." So his question is how do you balance work life, family life, and still get content made? So Fuzzy, I'll throw that at you. How do you get content made with everything going on in your life?
Well, to be honest, if it wasn't for my wife, Jackie, I won't be able to do what I'm doing because she knows I love doing this and she knows that I'm trying to make this my full time. You know, it's like I have so many things up my sleeve, but I cannot go into that path to create that type of content unless I know there's something that's going to be worth my time. You know what I mean? In
Yep.
terms of making this a full time job. So sometimes, like now, right? For example, right now it's almost 9 p.m. Uh, she always like I do my job during the day, which is like game development, stuff like this. But because my work is on the computer, I always have Discord on the next screen. So as I'm working on my educational mobile games, I can always keep up with my Discord. So people feel like I'm a full. I was asked several times that are you a full time content creator? They don't believe when I say I'm not. It's just because my work is on the computer. I'm always active on Twitter and it's just replying messages,
Yeah.
So something like this, like at night right now, uh, I could be sitting with the family, but she knows that at certain days I need to go get stuff done because she knows it's better for us and the family for me to be a content creator than something else. She knows that's the most thing I love doing,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a passion of yours, and she supports you for that. That's awesome. I would say
Yeah,
Mrs.
exactly. So if your family supports you, that's fine.
Yeah, I would say Mrs. Hippo is the same way for me. I would say so. Like my answer to that in our field would be you have to sacrifice something. Like it's just the truth of it. So
100%.
you
Yeah.
have to give up and sacrifice something. So when I look at my schedule, and that's another thing is you have to really lock down a schedule. When I look at my schedule, I have the most important thing in my life is my family. So 100% that. Then the next important thing is supporting my family, which is the full-time job that does that. So that's super important. So those two things take a good portion of my time. And I love content creation on top of that. So when I say sacrifice, like what I'm talking about, most people don't know this, but like when I edit videos, most of the time I'm waking up at 5 a.m. before anyone else wakes up. I am going into my office and I'm starting to edit that video before anyone gets up. Before it's like the only thing I've sacrificed at that point is my time and my sleep. Like, but that's the thing is like you gotta hustle as a content creator. You gotta be willing to say, hey, I'm gonna give up my sleep. I'm gonna give up maybe some extra, like what Fuzzy's saying, like some time at night on certain days to just pursue
Yeah.
this content creation. And instead of going out and having a grand time doing, whatever it else, like going out with your friends or whatever it is like there's so many other things that you could be doing. Like one of my wife's favorite quotes, and it's one of mine as well, is you can do anything, you just can't do everything. So you always have to decide what's
Yeah.
that thing that is going to get cut, what's that thing I'm going to sacrifice so that I can push this dream of mine, this work thing, whatever it might be. And that's just kind of a life principle too. Like for content creation, it's simply that, it's just looking at your schedule and just deciding, it's like, okay, I know that my family gets up around 7. I can wake up at 5 and I can get a video edited in about 2 hours. So like before anyone else gets up, before I don't miss out on
Yeah.
any family time,
Yeah.
I can have a
You have
video.
to grind a bit
Yeah.
to keep up with everything. Yeah. You have to grind. You have to feel the pain.
Yeah, Jack Spallone says, "Don't let YouTube take over your life." I agree with that, mate. Like you have to have a good life balance there. F22 basically asked the same question: how do you manage time between creating, working, family? So yeah, it's just again, it's that thing of you have to schedule it out. Like you have to you have to look at your
Yeah.
schedule. If you're married, an advice I would throw out there to you is have a night that is dedicated to your wife 100% every week. Like this night is for
Yeah.
family and we will do a date night. And if the date night, if you're gamers and you game together, go play a game, don't stream it, just play together, have fun,
Yeah.
enjoy time together. Because that's important. Like you just got to get to a schedule point where it's like, all right, these are family days, these are family times, this is game time, and respect that. That's something I'm working on. I'm not perfect at that. In fact, that's why I keep my streams try to 3 hours. It's like this personal thing of I want it to stay in this consistent range so that my family knows
Yeah.
that okay, dad's gonna go or husband's gonna go do this for 3 hours. Usually it's like 3 hours and 15 minutes because you have to sign off, but he's going to come out and
Mhm.
he's going to be fully engaged and ready. And you have to turn it off too. It's like you have to be. It's all growing stuff. You're just growing in this, and I'm still learning. But you have to have you have to train yourself with the ability to turn off the content creation side of you and engage in what's going on. If you have kids, engage with your kids. If it's your wife, engage with your wife. If you're single and ready to mingle, go find a
Yeah.
girlfriend. If
Yeah.
you're single and ready to mingle, go find a boyfriend. Like just make sure you're enjoying your life outside of content creation, because that's another thing too, is like you can't find your worth in creating videos. Like you just can't do it.
True. Yeah. Exactly.
Let's see, I'm just looking for another question. Here's one from F22. We got about 15 minutes and then we'll sign off. Is that good for you, Fuzzy?
Yeah. Yeah. All
Originally it was
good.
going to be 30 minutes, but it's going to an hour. So if you got to bow out, you're totally good, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So F22 says, how do you know where to stop on a video when you're editing? Being something of a perfectionist can make it tough to say, okay, this is good enough to upload. What would you tell him?
Um, it's a feeling. It's a feeling of achievement, when you edit the video and you watch it I don't know, something in the back of your head. Sometimes a transition, or like, how sometimes a 2 second transition takes you an hour of work. Sometimes it takes you a minute of work. There's something, it's hard to explain. Just the feeling when you feel satisfied, you're done. Don't overdo it. I have a video. It's called uh, Dem Pirates, DM Pirates. It was kind of like a progression
Dem
of
pirates,
how,
dem pirates.
yeah, it's how they became Pirate Legends, Jackie, and two of my other friends. And it was probably one of the most videos that I worked on in editing, and it barely got any views. You know what I mean? It's because I overdid it. But the best part is I learned from that.
Yeah,
You know, so yeah, man, it's just a feeling. And always ask. I never upload a video unless I show Jackie, or mostly just Jackie. But sometimes she notices things. He's like, "Did you notice that you?" Because I speak proper English, but it's my second language. So sometimes I pronounce a word that's hard to pronounce, and it sounds like I tripped and fell on my face in the video. And yeah, you
crap. I sound like
you
that
know,
now, and I only speak one language, and this is my main
yeah,
language. This isn't good.
yeah. So she's like, "Can you just do this?" So I get kind of approval from her. She's kind of like my manager without officially being my manager.
Nice.
But yeah, you stop on a video when the more you do videos, the more you upload, you know exactly when to stop, just without thinking about it. You're like, okay, that's good enough, right?
Yeah,
But at the same time, there has to be, every video has to have hype moments to
yeah.
kind of like make up for any other moment that you might have messed up in. You know
Makes
what I mean? Like
sense.
a transition where you zoomed into the cannon, then you flew out of the other side, or your the sun turned into the spyglass, the circle.
Yeah,
These transitions add a bit of a tick that makes the viewer say, "Wow, amazing transition here. I like this guy." That means the rest of the video is nice, even though that's not true, but it's psychologically affecting that he's good. He knew how to do this, so the video's fine.
yeah. I would say so. For me, I always try to. You see this with like kind of my story videos. Is like I like to tell stories. I like narratives. So
Yeah.
most of the time, if you're watching my video, I have a central theme that I'm going after. Like I don't do random gameplay footage. My streams are pretty random, but the videos almost always have like a theme. So and I always, it's the same format every single time. I think I picked up this format from what's his name, I'm gonna butcher his name. It's like Muselk or something,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Muselk
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
He
In fact,
he hangs out with Zilbrad and these guys.
yeah, yep. So I saw one of his videos, and basically what he does is he has like the epic moment. Oh, sorry, he has the epic moment at the beginning of the video, and then he has his intro, and then after the intro he builds up to the epic moment, and then he ends. So it's like this story format where it's like you hook them in the
True.
first 10
Yeah.
seconds of like, oh my gosh, Hippo's on board of a
Yeah.
ship, he just dropped a mega keg, it
Yeah.
explodes, bam, hit intro comes down,
Yeah.
epic music fades out, and it picks up.
Exactly. It's like stay tuned to see what's gonna
Yeah, it's
happen
like,
later.
holy crap, this looks amazing, I want to see how this unfolds. And so usually with those videos I have a central theme, and then like kind of like what Fuzzy was like, how do you know if it's good? You just need to accept that. Like one thing I know is there's always going to be something you see. There's always going to be that like, oh, this could be better, or I could cut these a little bit tighter, or I could add something more to it. But there is something to be said about just being consistent and getting it out there. If it matches your quality standard, like if it hits your quality standard in quality, then you gotta accept that and move on to the next video, because you can't sit there forever,
Yeah.
because you'd never get anything done. Never get anything done.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, true.
Hey guys, let's be nice to throwing some shade at Zilbrad. Zilbrad, like again, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, is like as a content creator, you got to know who you are and you got to embrace that. And there's just going to be some content creators that are going to be focused in certain ways or certain styles on their videos and their personalities, and that's totally
Yeah.
okay.
He did bring a lot of people to the
He
seas, to
did.
be
Like
honest.
Zilbrad did, Summit 1G did, Pace 22 has, Falcor has with his lore stuff. Like, you can't. You have to understand that unless someone's truly an asshole, and there are some people out there that are like that. If they're like, them,
Yeah.
those people will still attract people. Like, you've heard the phrase, birds
Like
of a
them.
feather flock together. But the thing
Yep.
is like, that's just who they are. Like, they're embracing who they are as a content creator, and that's totally fine. And just something I would recommend as a creator to others is to not throw shade, to not talk trash about other people. One, you shouldn't do that anyway. Just in life, you shouldn't talk trash about other people.
Yep.
But additionally, in content creation, you never know what could happen. Like, if Zilbrad like sees one of my videos and he's like, man, I would love to sail with HitboTC. He's got is it 1 million people?
1.2, 1.3,
1.2 or
like
1.3 million people. And here's the deal. Obviously there's like some core principles that I have for my channel. I really do my best to keep things clean, to make the content kind of in that aspect, because that's important to me. So like, one of the things I would ask him, regardless if he has 1.2 million, 1.3 million, I'd ask him, is like, hey, I would love to stream with you. That would be a huge opportunity for me and my channel, but could we keep it clean, keep it family friendly? And if he couldn't, I would just inform my community of like, hey, this video, this content is not going to be like clean.
You just mark that stream for mature audiences.
Yeah. But unless there's
I
like a
mean,
philosophical difference, like completely, like I refuse to do this with this person because of some things that I've seen in their life that I just do not want to be associated with. I would say that that's another important thing for you as a brand. You're building your brand. So when people think of HitboTC, they think, hopefully at this point, first thing that comes to people's mind should be the cursed captain of the Sea of Thieves, because I've branded myself that. Yeah. I've self-labeled myself that. Yeah. But anyways, makes me sad. I like to see if these videos. Not a fan of watching Apex. Oh, the mental was commenting. Okay, let's see if there's any questions here. I think that was here's one from Exodus Ablaze. If you guys don't know, Exodus Ablaze is an amazing brand creator. So if you guys are looking to create a brand, check that out. It's good stuff. Exodus Ablaze. Find him on Twitter. What should you do if you so does not like your game and create content? What? Hold on, Fuzzy. I'm trying to understand what the question is. What should you do if got it. Significant other. Significant other. What should you do if your significant other does not like that you game and create content? I would say, go ahead, Fuzzy. Go ahead and answer that.
Go ahead. It's fine.
I would say to that is like, if it's something that you're passionate about, you just need to have a heart-to-heart with them. Just say like, hey, this is something that I really care about. This is something I'm passionate about. This is why I'm passionate about it. And this is something that you want to do. You don't know where it's going to go. Like, you just got to share from your heart. You got to be open. You got to be honest. You got to communicate. You can't hide it from them. You got to do those things and just share from your heart. Because the truth is if they love you, which hopefully they do because they're your significant other, if they love you, they will see that it's something that you're passionate about. And just like you would support them in something that they're passionate about in life, they should reciprocate that. But the truth is if they don't, you're going to have to just keep that communication door open, because and there's some misconceptions too with gaming. Like, most people think like gamers are not contributing in life. Like, I got a comment the other day of like, what's this guy said? He said something along the lines of, because one of my sneaky sneak videos where I was like laying around and I destroyed and stole some treasure, and this guy said basically, he's like, why you're wasting your life, go get a hobby, go get a job, blah blah blah. And that kind of goes back to those priority things that I was saying. It's like most of the time your significant other just wants to know that they're important in your life, that they're more important than these other things that you got, your hobbies that you got going on in life. So it's your job as a creator to schedule, to
Yeah.
prioritize, and to never let them feel for a moment that they come second to this thing. And that's just hobbies in general. Put whatever you want in there. If you love working on cars, you're a car guy, that can never come over your significant other and your family, because then they won't feel as important. And then that's a whole nother thing. Like, you gotta keep a balance in your life. You gotta be honest, you gotta be open, you gotta share. That's what I would say. What
Yeah.
about you, Fuzzy?
Well, the thing is, you have to be realistic, exactly, because uh, okay, like you said, some people think like, for example, I have an uncle. He's old. He's very wealthy because he lived his life in a contract. He's a contractor, so he went through like a lot of labor and hard work to build what he is now. The reason why I'm saying that is because older generations cannot perceive that, man, I traveled countries and I built houses and I dug roads and stuff to make a living. How can someone sit on a thing and play a game and make a living out of that? You know what I mean? It just does not.
Yeah,
It's
compute.
unfair. It's unfair to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's unfair to them. They think like, wow, I did all that, and they just sit and play games and that, you know what I mean? So you have to be realistic that some people of our generation, like your significant other, might think that too, like, oh, you are wasting your time, this will never make it,
Hmm.
so no matter how much they disagree with it, the moment you start making good living from it, they will agree with it because it becomes a reality check. It's not
Yeah.
about the money, it's about that, hey, this actually works. It's just they don't understand it. A small example is King Ithalian. I have high respect to this streamer. He's the first actual pirate legend in Sea of Thieves. You know him. Maybe he used to be on Twitch. He moved to Mixer. There's a documentary about him, and it's a fairly new one. How him and his wife used to fight. I'm not saying go through that, but they went through that. They were fighting over bills, and he was in debt and stuff. And he was streaming, and he couldn't get a job, and he just streamed until even Doctor Disrespect was like that. He was kicked out of, or he left like some GameStop or something he used to work in. So he started streaming just to kind of like try and make bits and pieces here and there until he gets back on his feet. And they used to fight, how can we pay bills, how can we like all that, because they think that's like, I'll say it like, loser stuff to make games, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
to create that. But once the success starts rolling in, whether it's financial or a follower or something like that, they will agree, but how long would it take you to get there, to get to that kind of like range of success, or like the beginning of success?
Yeah.
That's the hard part. That's where what you said has to happen. Be open, say, I love doing this, okay, you know what? Give me another 3 months. If I don't bring, let's be realistic, if I don't bring, for example, $300 a month from my channel, yeah, if I don't bring generate revenue of $300 a month to my channel after 3 months, then I will quit. You know, if I do, then we'll put another milestone after that. In the
Yeah.
next 3 months, it's gonna have to be 400. These are just figures and numbers, but
Sure.
the idea is that, yeah, give
It-
yourself a break, and that's it.
yeah, it's keeping, I would say, the kind of like jump on what Fuzzy was saying, it's keeping priority too. So like if you have a family and you need to support your family, and you're expecting this to support them, like that is, it can, I'm not saying it couldn't, it could one day, but like you need to make sure your priorities are in check, because if your kids are starving or they're not getting food on the table or bills are mounting up, like that goes back to an earlier thing of like, you gotta hustle. Like if you want to make this, you might have to wake up at 4 a.m. to make a video. You might have to sacrifice in some other ways because the things you can't sacrifice is your family. Like, you can't throw your family under the bus to pursue content creation, because it won't pay off. Like, it's that you reap what you sow, that you karma,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Like, you got to
Yeah.
take care of what your family is first. And if you want to make this something, you're going to have to work harder than everyone else. Like, there's people out there that will just do a 9-to-5 job, and then that's it. They've completed that will support their family, and that's all they want to do. And they want to spend the rest of their time doing nothing or watching whatever. Like, they don't want to work anymore. But with content creation, if you're new at this, like, you have to be willing to go at it and sacrifice things that you value, that aren't family, that aren't like the things that support, but you kind of have to go at it like that. All right, Fuzzy, we're gonna have to. People are loving this. This is cool. We're gonna have to wrap this up though. We're going to do this again. This would be fun to do again.
That's awesome.
But I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. This was super fun. We wanted to keep it to 30 minutes to an hour. I think we're just gonna have to keep it to an hour in the future, because I love this kind of thing, Fuzzy. But if we'll end it here. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to PhuzzyBond, check him out on YouTube. Go over to Twitch. He streams there. Phenomenal content creators. Definitely subscribe. And thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Anything else, Fuzzy?
Thank you for having me on the Creator Crew show.
First episode, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, first episode. Yeah, I'm on early access.
All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out. Sorry I didn't get to all the questions. We'll I'll work on the structure a bit better for the next episode, but hopefully this is more of a consistent thing. Maybe once a week, maybe every other week. I'm looking at my schedule, going back to schedule, looking at my schedule, how to fit that in. But anyways, guys, cheers. Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you for hanging out, Fuzzy. I appreciate it, man. And we'll see you guys later.